Hold on tight, because today the world of football is on fire. Athletic Club has launched an all-out war against our Barcelona, and the transfer of Nico Williams is at the heart of the storm. Joan Laporta, our president, is in a state of war, and from Bilbao, they have launched a direct attack that could change everything. Chaos is served. Cules, what's going on? Why does Athletic dare to challenge us? Today, we tell you everything without filters, with the bluish-red passion flowing through our veins. If you defend Barcelona with all your heart, subscribe now and join the Cule resistance. Prepare yourselves, because it will be a whirlwind of emotions. Let's get straight to the point, Cules. Athletic Club has crossed all the red lines. Not only are they refusing to facilitate the transfer of Nico Williams, the joy we all want to see shining at Camp Nou, but they have gone further. They have asked La Liga to audit Barcelona's accounts. Yes, you heard right. Athletic, with their president John Uriarte at the helm, went to Madrid to meet with the Royal Spanish Football Federation and La Liga, demanding that they investigate every euro we spend. Their excuse? They say that Barcelona is not in a position to pay Nico's release clause, which amounts to 58 million euros plus 6 million for the IPC, as if they had the right to meddle in our affairs. This is not just a maneuver to keep their star, it's a direct attack on the heart of FC Barcelona, a shameless attempt to corner us and hinder our project. But, Cules, let's not be fooled. Athletic is trembling because they know that Nico Williams has already chosen. The young man wants to play for Barcelona. He has spoken to Deco, our sporting director, and clearly told him that his dream is to wear the bluish-red jersey. He has informed Athletic of his intention to leave, and that has deeply hurt them. And what do they do instead of accepting the player's will? They launch a dirty war, questioning our financial solvency and trying to block the transfer. It's intolerable. Barcelona is bigger than their maneuvers, and Joan Laporta will not stand idly by. Our president, Joan Laporta, has taken the lead with the determination that characterizes him. At a press conference that shook the foundations of Spanish football, Laporta did not mince his words. I don't understand why Athletic Bilbao is talking to La Liga about Barcelona, but they know what they are doing, he said with a mix of incredulity and firmness. And he is absolutely right. Who are they to measure our finances? Barcelona works day and night to comply with the financial fair play rules, and Laporta has made it clear. We are working to comply with the 1:1 rule. We already were during the winter market, and we have taken all the necessary steps to recruit normally. The president not only defended the honorability of the club, but also recalled that relations with Athletic are not bad, although he admits there have been some incidents in recent years. What is he referring to? We all remember how Athletic complained last summer about our public pursuit of Nico. Even Iñaki Williams, Nico's brother, came out to criticize the false news circulating in the Catalan press. But, Cules, let's be honest, is it our fault if Nico wants to play for the best club in the world? No. The young man has seen the light, he has felt the badge in his heart, and Athletic cannot bear that their star wants to join Barcelona. Laporta also denied absurd rumors like the one that Nico had already emptied his locker at San Mamés or that Athletic would accept payments in installments. Lies. All of this is made-up stories to destabilize us. But Barcelona does not bend. Laporta is convinced that by June 30th, with the sale of the VIP boxes at Camp Nou and a few departures, we will comply with the 1:1 rule and be ready to pay Nico's clause in one go. That's leadership, Cules. Let's talk about Nico Williams, because this young man is the future of Spanish football and the reinforcement our attack needs. At just 22 years old, Nico is an explosive winger, with dribbling, speed, and audacity that remind us of the best moments of our Barcelona. Last season in La Liga 2024-2025, Nico played 31 matches with Athletic, scoring 5 goals and providing 11 assists. He is a dagger on the left flank. Imagine Nico combining with LAMINE YAMAL, with PEDRI in the center and LEWANDOWSKI finishing. It's a dream trident, Cules. But it's not just his footballing quality that seduces us. Nico represents the values of Barcelona: youth, ambition, and passion for football. Deco and Laporta are convinced. Recruiting Nico is not just a sporting matter, it's a symbol of commitment to a project that excites us. Nico himself has taken a step forward by contacting Barcelona directly to say, "Camp Nou is my destination." How can we not fight for a player who bleeds bluish-red even before arriving? However, Athletic is not making things easy. They have renewed Nico's contract until 2027 and, although his clause is 58 million, they are doing everything to complicate things. They say there is no agreement to facilitate his departure, and their president, John Uriarte, has shown his discontent with Barcelona since last year, when he did not even congratulate Laporta for winning the league. What a lack of class! But, Cules, let's not be intimidated. Nico is ours, and we are going to bring him to Camp Nou. Athletic is playing dirty, and it's not the first time. Their strategy is clear. They want to put us in La Liga's crosshairs, questioning our ability to pay Nico's clause. According to them, Barcelona does not comply with the 1:1 rule, which requires clubs to balance their expenses with their income. But who are they to doubt us? Athletic is basing itself on rumors and assumptions, and they have gone so far as to request a complete audit of our finances. It's an insult. The worst part is that they are not alone. Javier Tebas, the president of La Liga, has doubted Laporta's statements, who said last week that Barcelona could recruit normally. Tebas, always on the lookout to complicate our lives, has insinuated that we do not comply with the 1:1 rule. But, Cules, let's not fall into their trap. Barcelona is doing its homework. We are about to finalize the sale of the VIP boxes at Camp Nou, and we have until June 30th to adjust our accounts. We will silence the naysayers. Furthermore, Athletic is angry because they think we leaked false news to the press, such as Nico already deciding to leave or that they would accept payments in installments. Pure hypocrisy. They themselves fueled this media war, and now they want to play the victims. But Barcelona is bigger than their maneuvers. We are the club that has dominated world football, and we are not going to let a less ambitious team stop us. Rest assured, Cules, because Barcelona does not surrender. Laporta has already set a date for the payment of Nico Williams' clause. Next week, just after finalizing the necessary financial moves to return to the 1:1 rule. According to sources close to the club, Barcelona is ready to pay the 58 million euros in one go, as required by Nico's representative, Felix Tinta. No installment payments, no tricks. We will go head-on, as Barcelona always does. The plan is clear. Before June 30th, the club hopes to finalize the operation of the VIP boxes at Camp Nou, which will give us a key economic boost. Additionally, we are working on a few player departures to free up salary mass. Everything is calculated, and Laporta is confident that La Liga will not be able to hinder Nico's registration. And you know what? Even if Athletic continues to complain, they will not be able to stop the inevitable. Nico Williams has already chosen, and his destination is Camp Nou. But it's not just about Nico. This transfer is a declaration of intent. Barcelona is back, Cules. After years of difficulties, we are building a team to dominate Europe again. Nico is just the beginning. With him, Joan Garcia, our new goalkeeper, and young promises like LAMINE YAMAL, the future is ours, and no one, neither Athletic, nor Tebas, nor anyone, will stop us. This is not the first time Athletic and Barcelona have clashed. Relations between the two clubs have been tense for years, and this case has only fueled the fire. Let's remember that last year, when Barcelona already showed interest in Nico, Athletic complained about our public pursuit. John Uriarte, their president, even mentioned the Negreira case and Barcelona's famous levers in an attempt to discredit us. What a lack of shame! And to top it off, when we won the league, Uriarte did not even have the decency to congratulate Laporta. But, Cules, it's not just a matter of pride. Athletic is hurt because they know they cannot compete with Barcelona's project. We are the club that every player dreams of being a part of. Nico Williams is no exception. His brother Inaki can stay in Bilbao, but Nico has seen the greatness of Camp Nou, the roar of our supporters, and he wants to be part of our history. Athletic can make all the noise they want, but they will not change destiny. Cules, this scandal with Athletic Club is not just a confrontation over Nico Williams, it is a trial by fire for FC Barcelona, a moment that will define the course of our project. Athletic's maneuvers, demanding that La Liga investigate our finances, have generated a storm that could have profound consequences. But is this chaos that will weaken us or a motivation that will make us stronger? We will break it all down, because there is a lot at stake and the bluish-red heart beats stronger than ever. On one hand, we cannot ignore the immediate impact of this conflict. The pressure from Athletic and the doubts from Javier Tebas about our ability to comply with financial fair play could delay Nico Williams' registration. This is not a minor issue. If we fail to register Nico before the start of the pre-season, our attack could be weakened. Yes, we have LAMINE Yamal, who is a prodigy, and Rafinha, who always gives his all. But squad depth is crucial to compete in 3 competitions: La Liga, the Champions League, and the Copa del Rey. Without Nico, Flick would have to improvise, and that could give us a tough start to the season. Imagine the scenario: key matches against rivals like Real Madrid or Atletico, and us without an elite winger to break down defenses. It would be a hard blow, Cules, let's not kid ourselves. Furthermore, this scandal generates media noise. Sensationalist headlines, especially in the Madrid press, take the opportunity to paint Barcelona as a club in crisis. They talk about our finances as if we were on the verge of collapse, ignoring all the work that Joan Laporta and his team have done to clean up the club. This kind of narrative can affect the morale of the supporters and, to a lesser extent, the confidence of the players. Some footballers, especially the younger ones, might start to wonder if Barcelona's project is as solid as we promised them. And that, Cules, is exactly what Athletic wants: to sow doubt, divide us, make us doubt ourselves. But wait a minute, because this is where the Cule spirit comes into play. Athletic's attack does not sink us, it ignites us. Joan Laporta, our leader, has responded with the determination that characterizes him, making it clear that we will not let anyone walk all over us. His words at the press conference, saying that Athletic should mind its own business, have resonated in the locker room and among the supporters. The players are more united than ever. According to sources close to the club, Flick gathered the team to convey a clear message: we are Barcelona and no one will stop us. This mindset of resistance is what defines us. Let's remember the time of Pep Guardiola, when the whole world was against us, but we responded with football and titles. That is the essence of Barcelona. And it's not just the locker room. The Cule passion is in a state of war. On social media, the hashtags #ViscaBarca and #NicoAlcamp are exploding, and Cules from all over the world are showing their unconditional support. This scandal has awakened the bluish-red pride, and it's something that Athletic did not expect. They thought they could corner us, but what they have done is give us one more reason to fight. Every whistle at San Mamés, every criticism from John Uriarte, every insinuation from Tebas, all of it only motivates us more. Because, Cules, when Barcelona is cornered, that's when we give our best. Furthermore, this conflict could have a positive long-term effect. If we manage to recruit Nico Williams despite the obstacles, it will be an epic victory, a message to the football world. Barcelona does not bend. Imagine the impact of seeing Nico raise the bluish-red jersey at Camp Nou, with 90,000 Cules roaring his name. It would be a show of authority, a demonstration that we are bigger than any obstacle. And that's not all. This recruitment would inspire the rest of the team. Players like PEDRI, GAVI, and LAMINE Yamal would see that the club is committed to building a championship team, and it would give them a huge morale boost for the season. But it's not all so simple. There are real risks. If La Liga decides to be particularly strict with our accounts, we could face restrictions not only for registering Nico but also for other recruitments that Deco and Flick have in mind, such as Joan Garcia. This could limit our options in the market and force us to rely more on La Masia, which, while being an endless source of talent, cannot always cover all positions. Additionally, time is against us. The June 30th deadline to finalize operations like the sale of the VIP boxes at Camp Nou is approaching rapidly, and any delay could complicate the entire plan. Cules, this is a battle and we need you to be with us. If you are a die-hard FC Barcelona fan, if you believe in Laporta's project and want to see Nico Williams destroy defenses at Camp Nou, subscribe now to Barca Without Limits, leave a like, share this video, and tell us in the comments what you think of Athletic's attitude. Do you think Laporta is right to say that everyone should mind their own business? And what do you expect from Nico Williams at Barcelona? Your voice matters, Cule. We'll see you in the next video, always defending the bluish-red colors. To understand the magnitude of this scandal, we need to address the elephant in the room: financial fair play. Athletic Club is not just questioning our ability to recruit Nico Williams. They are using La Liga's rules as a weapon to try to stop us. We will break it all down to make it clear. The 1:1 rule, often mentioned by Javier Tebas, requires clubs to balance their expenses with their revenues. If Barcelona wants to spend 58 million on Nico's clause, we must first demonstrate that we have the available money or generate equivalent revenues. And that's where Athletic saw an opportunity to attack us. They know that Barcelona has been through tough times in recent years. The pandemic, the disastrous management of the previous administration, and the inherited debts put the club in a delicate situation. But, Cules, let's not be mistaken, that belongs to the past. Since Joan Laporta returned to the presidency, Barcelona has been working tirelessly to clean up its finances. We have activated levers, renegotiated contracts, reduced the wage bill, and attracted new sponsors. All of this has allowed us to return to the transfer market, as we saw with the arrivals of players like Kound, Rafinha, or Lewandowski in previous seasons. However, Athletic is taking advantage of the fact that we are not yet officially compliant with the 1:1 rule to sow doubt. They went to La Liga with the excuse that Barcelona cannot pay Nico's clause without violating the rules. It's a petty strategy. What they don't say is that Barcelona is on the verge of finalizing key operations like the sale of the VIP boxes at Camp Nou, which will give us a significant economic boost. Additionally, we are negotiating the departure of some players who do not fit into Flick's project, our new coach, which will free up even more wage mass. Everything is under control, but Athletic wants to make us look like a club in crisis. Nothing could be further from the truth. Barcelona is a solid institution, and Laporta is showing that he knows how to manage this storm with mastery. But it's not just a matter of numbers. This attack by Athletic is also an attempt to harm our image. They want the Cules to doubt our club, to think that we cannot compete with the big teams. But, Cules, let's not fall into their game. We are FC Barcelona, the club that has won 5 Champions Leagues, the club that has dominated La Liga like no other. We are not going to let a less ambitious team make us back down. Nico Williams is just the first step in a transfer market that is going to be historic. Barcelona is back, and the world is going to see it. Let's talk now about what really matters, our passion. Cules, you are the heart of FC Barcelona, and this scandal has ignited a spark in each of us. Social media is on fire, and supporter forums are constantly debating this war with Athletic. On X, the hashtags #ViscaBarca and #Nico Williams are among the most popular, and Cules from all over the world are showing their unconditional support for the club. From Barcelona to Buenos Aires, from Tokyo to New York, the bluish-red tide is responding strongly to this attack by Athletic. The supporters are not just defending Barcelona, they are demanding that Nico Williams be recruited at all costs. In the comments on YouTube videos, in WhatsApp groups, and during bar debates, the message is clear. Nico is Cule and we want him at Camp Nou. The supporters have had enough of the dirty maneuvers of other clubs and the obstacles of La Liga. We want a competitive team, a team that makes us dream, and Nico Williams is the key piece to achieve that. But not all is blind support. Some more cautious Cules are wondering if we can really afford to pay Nico's clause without compromising the future of the club. It's a legitimate concern, but that's where trust in Laporta comes into play. Our president has already shown that he knows how to handle difficult situations. Let's remember how he saved the club from the brink of the abyss in 2021, how he negotiated with Spotify, and how he managed to attract top-level players despite the restrictions. If Laporta says we can recruit Nico, we must believe him. Furthermore, the Cule passion sends a clear message to Athletic. You do not intimidate us. At San Mames, they can whistle, they can complain, but Camp Nou is our fortress, and when Nico arrives, we will welcome him with open arms. This scandal does not divide us, it unites us. We are more than a club, we are a family, and together, we will overcome this obstacle. So, Cules, let's continue to make noise, continue to support the team, and show the world that Barcelona is unstoppable. We cannot talk about Nico Williams without mentioning Flick, our new coach who has been revolutionizing Barcelona since his arrival. Flick, who knows what it's like to win a Champions League with Bayern Munich, has a clear vision for this team. Dynamic, offensive, and intense football. And Nico Williams fits perfectly into his scheme. The German sees Nico as the perfect winger for his 4-3-3 system, a player capable of dribbling, opening up the game, and generating constant danger on the left flank. Flick has already spoken with Deco and Laporta about the importance of recruiting Nico. According to sources close to the club, the coach has insisted that Nico is his #1 priority for the attack. And it's not without reason. During the 2024-2025 season, Nico has shown that he is a complete player. Not only does he bring goals and assists, but he also works on defense, something that Flick greatly appreciates. His ability to press high and recover balls fits perfectly with the German's philosophy, who wants a team that gives no respite to the opponent. But Athletic is not only complicating Nico's recruitment, it is also endangering Flick's project. If we fail to register Nico before the pre-season, we could start the season with a weakened attack. Rafinha and LAMINE Yamal are great players, but we need depth in the squad to compete in La Liga, the Champions League, and the Copa del Rey. Flick knows this, and that's why he is pressuring the management to resolve this conflict as quickly as possible. Nevertheless, Flick is not intimidated. The German has conveyed a message of calm to the locker room, assuring the players that the club will do everything possible to bring Nico in. His leadership is crucial in these moments of tension. The players trust him, and this is reflected in the team's atmosphere. With Flick at the helm, Barcelona is building something great, and Nico Williams is the missing piece to complete the puzzle. Let's get back to Nico Williams, because this young man is not just a player, he is a phenomenon. At just 22 years old, Nico has become one of the great promises of European football. His season with Athletic has been spectacular, but what really makes him special is his mentality. Nico is not just raw talent, he is a hungry, ambitious player with a desire to make his mark. And that, Cule, is exactly what we need at Barcelona. Let's analyze his game. Nico is a pure winger, the kind that are hard to come by. His speed is devastating, capable of leaving any defense behind. His dribble is electric, with a change of pace that destabilizes opponents. But what is most impressive is his decision-making. Unlike other young wingers, Nico doesn't get lost in useless dribbles. He knows when to pass, when to shoot, and when to look for the goal line. His 11 assists in La Liga are proof of this, as are his 5 goals, which show that he also has a nose for goal. Moreover, Nico is a versatile player. He can play on both flanks, although he prefers the left, where he can cut inside with his right foot or overlap on the outside. This gives Flick many tactical options. Imagine Nico alternating with LAMINE Yamal, destabilizing opposing defenses while PEDRI and GAVI control the midfield. It's a spectacle that will make Camp Nou tremble. But beyond his footballing qualities, Nico has something that can't be taught: charisma. His smile, his energy, his connection with the fans. All of this makes him a player who can mark an era. In Bilbao, they adore him, but in Barcelona, we will love him even more. Nico has already said that Barcelona was his dream, and we, the Cules, will make sure that this dream comes true. The scandal between Barcelona and Athletic has not only shaken the clubs, it has also triggered a storm in the press. The media, both in Catalonia and the rest of Spain, are analyzing every detail of this war. In Barcelona, the Cule press is red hot. Newspapers like Mundo Deportivo and Sport have closed ranks with Barcelona, defending Laporta and criticizing Athletic's attitude. According to them, the Basque club is using unfair tactics to retain Nico, and their meeting with La Liga is a desperate attempt to hinder our project. However, not everyone is on our side. In Madrid, some media have taken advantage of this conflict to question Barcelona's management. They talk about our finances as if we were on the verge of bankruptcy, ignoring the progress we have made in recent years. It's always the same narrative. Every time Barcelona is about to make a splash in the market, the same sensationalist headlines appear. But, Cules, let's not be fooled. The Madrid press will always try to put us in difficulty, but we know the truth. Barcelona is more alive than ever. In Bilbao, the press is also playing its role. The Basque media are fueling the narrative that Barcelona is stealing Nico Williams, as if the player had no right to decide his future. Some have even accused Barcelona of leaking rumors to pressure Athletic. But you know what? All of this simply shows that they are nervous. They know that Nico has already chosen and can't stand the idea of losing their star. On the international stage, the situation is also making waves. Media like The Sun in England and L'Equipe in France have highlighted Barcelona's interest in Nico, but have also emphasized the economic difficulties we are facing. However, everyone agrees on one point: Nico Williams would be a spectacular recruitment for Barcelona. His youth, talent, and potential make him a coveted target, and the football world is waiting to see how this story ends. Although Nico Williams is at the center of this scandal, we, the Cules, must not lose sight of the bigger picture. This summer is crucial for FC Barcelona. We are in a period of transition, with a new coach, a renewed project, and more enthusiastic supporters than ever. Recruiting Nico would be a statement of intent, but it is not the only goal. Laporta and Deco are working on several fronts to strengthen the squad and bring Barcelona back to the top of world football. One of the names that is circulating insistently is that of Joan Garcia, the Espanyol goalkeeper, who could become the replacement for Marc-André ter Stegen. Garcia, aged just 24, has impressed in the second division and has the perfect profile to fit into Barcelona's style. His potential arrival, alongside that of Nico, would be a clear signal that the club is betting on youth and Spanish talent. Moreover, we must not forget our La Masia gems. Players like LAMINE, YAMAL, GAVI, Bald, and Cubarsí are the future of the club, and the arrival of Nico Williams would be the perfect complement to this golden generation. Imagine a starting 11 with YAMAL and Nico on the flanks, PEDRI and GAVI in the center, Cubarsí in defense, and Joan Garcia in goal. It's a team to dominate for a decade. But for this dream to become a reality, we must overcome obstacles like this conflict with Athletic. It's not just about paying Nico's clause, it's about showing that Barcelona is above traps and jealousies. Laporta understands this, and so do we, the Cules. This summer, we are not just going to recruit Nico, we are going to lay the foundations for a new winning cycle. And when we lift trophies, Athletic and all those who doubted us will regret trying to stop us. Cules, we are at war, but it's a war we are going to win. Athletic Club can try to put sticks in our wheels, they can go to La Liga to complain, but FC Barcelona is unstoppable. Nico Williams will be bluish-red and Joan Laporta is leading this battle with the passion and courage that only a true Cule can have. This scandal is not the end, it's the beginning of a new era of glory for our club. Go Barcelona and long live Catalonia!